Hi, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just let you know, we got that DVD out there for you, Trade Like a Boss DVD. If you want to learn about algo trading, this is what you want to get. It's only $10 plus shipping. Just learning about it's only available to certain countries. I'll be making that list available on my Shopify. You can go right there at quantlabs.net/DVD for that right there. If you also want some books, come on over to the quantlabs.net/book. You get 2 books, Algo Trading Secrets and Trade Like a Boss. All right, let's get into the fun stuff. All right, so let's talk crypto. Yeah, let's do crypto. That's probably what we're here for. Okay, so this is what we put on the good old crypto here. This daily chart. You can see this massive move. Look at it. It's gone from 600 all the way up to almost tripling your money. That's what we call hot diggity. That's awesome. Tripling your money. I've not seen that. And that's in how many? That's from December 28th. So if you went all the way up there, yeah, it's going to take you up to the January 15th, 5 days ago. Okay. And it may come back. It may not. We don't know. Another one that was quite interesting was a more recent move, and it's building something here. See, we got an entry here. This is Zcash against Bitcoin, and it's gone from let's say 380 all the way up to 741, and that is in the span of January 10th to the 17th. So in a week, again, we're able to double our cash on crypto. Those are our 2-star right now, are very high performing. You can see them moving up still. Zcash against Bitcoin and Dash against Bitcoin. You'll never know about those. Okay. So let's look at some other ones. XMR, we've talked about this earlier in my video earlier today. It's just mean reverting. That's a daily chart, so it's not too exciting. You might be able to catch some waves on the intraday moves. Waves, yeah, it just got hammered down. Yeah, it's not good. XRP, don't believe the hype. Look at this. These big drops here, despite the big upswings, those are nothing to get too excited about. Stellar had a big move over here, and that was 15 minutes ago. Okay, so I'll be shutting down these, closing off some of these charts. So here, it looks still pretty good. Litecoin, that might be something to watch for. Ethereum, that's looks like it's a day chart as well, so that might be doable. And of course, Bitcoin and US dollar. You can see here we had a big bar here. That was earlier today, it looks like. I didn't even notice that. So it's gone all the way from 8,500, 8,200. We'll see what it does. All right, so let's go through our list here and see what we're going to purchase. So we're going to keep the Dash BTC for sure. Zcash I do like. XMR I'm not a fan of. But let me go through first the charts of what is looking good right now. Okay, so Waves is doing good. XRP is doing all right. XMR is doing all right. Ethereum, USD, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. We might not need to close anything here. So we got, okay, we're going to keep Dash, BTC, XMR. Let's check out the hourly here. Let's do the hourly. It's flatlining. 15-minute. I don't know. That does not excite me. Waves, that I'm going to keep. XRP. I know if I'm going to close, I'll regret it. There's a big move trending back down. 1 hour. You know, if I was to put an oscillator on that, I would for mean reverting. XLM, Litecoin. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this one. I'll regret it. XRP, This is tough. What do you think? You think I should close it? Oh, somebody asked a question here. Thank you very much. What's up, Facebook user? What's up? Oh, I appreciate that. Like I said, if anyone wants to participate, please go right ahead. XLM, XRP, I don't know. XRP, it's these kind of moves here from 2688 to 27. That's a 10% move in a very small amount of time. Intraday, I guess it wouldn't hurt to keep that on. But the ones I would definitely be watching for are these two, Dash against BTC and Zcoin, Zcash against Bitcoin as well. Okay, so let's say that's our crypto space in USD. What I just showed you, Bitcoin here, SAN is on fire. Let's see what that is doing. Oh, we got some more people coming in. What size you tasting with, chasing? These are all minimum orders, what we're doing with Binance as we scale up right now, discretionary. I'm not going too crazy. I'm just getting more comfortable where everything's at, but it's all minimal trading. So minimal units. That's it, just one little minimum unit. Hello, M. Haddadi. And trading, yes, got that note. What size? I hope that answers your question. So we have this other one here, the SAN BTC. Let's see if I can open it. Doesn't look like I can. SAN BTC. Yeah, don't like it. This is the reason why I don't like these charts. There's very little volume here. One day. Ugh. I don't know. Not a fan of these type of. These are small coins. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. So I'll go through these again. Dash against BTC, those are big winners. Zcash against Bitcoin, another big winner. Waves looks like it's come down, but it might go shooting back up according to what I'm seeing here. I can do a scan on that XRP BTC. I'm not putting a lot of faith in that. Stellar, I do like XLM BTC. Litecoin, maybe. Ethereum, maybe. BTC, USD. But look at this big drop here. We don't like those. Anybody else got any questions? Let me know. All right, so I'll do a scan here. Since you're on Binance, you can't short. That is correct, but I heard that you can do some weird margin trading. Actually, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to do a scan here against my. We can do some jib jab. What's your max hold time? It's intraday. It depends. If I set up a trade as a discretionary, that could be a week. As I showed you, some of those moves are over a week. So if I'm able to double my cash, why not? Over a week. The micro cap is going to be intraday as well. Let's see. Great. I wish I could pronounce your name. Kesoak? Jiska? I'm sorry if I'm brutifying your name. I don't mean to. I apologize on that. But these are exciting, man. You know, you got a bear market on, and you're able to pretty close doubling your money. As I shown you with Dash, you could have tripled your money in a week. That is so rare to do. All right, so we got some scores here. Let's see. We only have 4 harmonics. These are using harmonic scans. So as it stands, we don't have very many opportunities. Let's check them out. Well, we already know about the XMR ICX. I'm going to have to change my layout here. Hang on here. Okay. I guess I have to rescan. So we got harmonics here. So I'm just going to have to do another quick scan here. If you got any other questions, let me know. Be gladly to answer them or comments. Okay, let's go back. So XMR, right here, what we're looking for is our target D. That's a short right there because we want that target D to be higher than the current price. So that's a short. So we can't short as somebody asked about. So sorry if a dumb question, but you're not trading futures or anything right now. Straight coin, straight crypto coin. That is correct. I want to get into futures, but unfortunately the account size and margin requirements are a little big, a little too risky for my take right now. You're looking at $300, $400, $500, depending upon what you want to trade if you're trading on the micro mini. So no, not yet. I'd like to be able to. Rather do that than forex, retail forex through a bucket shop or bucket broker. So ICX looks good. I can look at that in a minute. IoT, no. Ethereum, definitely we got that on. OMG's on. XEM is on. Okay. Let's see here. If you got any other questions, by all means, chime away. I'm all ears here. So we got XMR look good. So let me pull up that chart, take a look at it. There's something else that you might not know about what Motive Wave can do, which I really like, called her cycle. So I'll look at those in a minute as well. So we were going to add in, oops, sorry. We were going to do ICX. I'm going to have to write all this down here. Sometimes you have to be still old school. Oh, a Facebook user asks, do I build the scanners? No, in Motive Wave, they're out of box. So you can build scanners based on, where am I here? I think it's this one. So you can build scanners on Elliott Wave, harmonics, or a study that you have over 275 to work from with Motive Wave. It's pretty powerful stuff. In actual fact, I'll be announcing a workshop for only $100 whopping dollars on using Motive Wave for even non-programmers. So keep your eyes out on that. Join my email list. You can go over to my one of these websites here. I'll give you the DVD if you want that. That's a $10 product. I'll give you access to algo trading. And if you even want, you can go to the book as well. I can always put those in the comments if you like. Oh, kind of like what TOS does with stocks. That's Thinkorswim. I am looking. I got a couple of guys actually right now with Thinkorswim. Have sent over some interesting trading ideas. I'm hoping to do that and move and implement, re-implement them into Motive Wave for stocks, but they could be most likely universal for anything, including crypto. But crypto is where you're going to make good cash, for sure. So I want ICX, BTC. We are also looking at Ethereum, OMG. I'll show you those if you want to see those. If you got any more questions, by all means, ask away. XEM BTC. These are ones that we're looking at for the long term that might be actually worth investigating. So I think most of them, that will be a short, I think. XMR we've looked at. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the some new charts here. So, So we got PDT alert, pattern day trading rule, bigger margins of opportunity. One of the reasons why I want to get into stocks is for international, because Americans will have difficulty with in the US, but if they sign up on a broker like Interactive Brokers, they have no PDT. So you go out and start trading something like Asia. Let's say Singapore has a lot of opportunities for microcaps or penny stocks, whatever you want. So that's an idea that I think a lot of US based people can use with being based in the US, but not be limited on trading outside the US. And it's with a legitimate broker as well. I mean, let's get real. It's Interactive Brokers, of course. But with crypto, yeah, you are limited as well. Kraken, I mean, Kraken can be good, which is US based. Look, you got some decent returns here. XRP, I'm not sure. I think you can trade waves on Kraken as well. XMR, XRP, Ethereum, you'd be up already at least 1.5% trading on something like Kraken or Coinbase as well on the US, but they're pretty expensive with their commission fees. So there are some disadvantages there, but you still can do it. It's not stopping you if you are US based. So as I said, I want to look at some other charts here from the scans. ICX BTC is one of them. Let's see, that would help if I know how to type. ICX BTC. If you have not heard about what's going on in the world of in the world of forex, you should be concerned. There's some bizarre things going on in forex that are not making it very friendly to trade retail forex, especially if you're in Europe. And people are moving into futures, especially mini micros in currencies. Okay, so let me apply my template here that I like to use. This guy. I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you think? Is it worth going after? Building. That looks good, man. ICX. Oh, you Facebook users didn't hear anything about. Well, I've been doing some streams about it on Europe. Where are you based, Mr. Facebook user? I might be able to help you out. Bad for Forex news. Yeah. It's getting expensive. Of course, we've not even factored in the corruption that can happen with Forex brokers. Let me just save this chart for my members. Just so you know, when you see me do this enables me to make these analysis files available for my analytic members so that they can get access to this. It's pretty powerful stuff. So part of my workshop will enable you to get access to these exact analysis files in real time. Oh, if you're in Oklahoma, I don't know why it's calling me Facebook user. Maybe that's your name, Facebook, last name, user. Who knows? That could be a joke. I don't know. I don't know why you're a Facebook user, but we've had certain people be named by their real name on Facebook on these things. So not sure what to tell you there. Let me just add the two other ones I wanted to add. We had OMG BTC. So let's take a look at that. Ooh, well, that doesn't really excite me a whole lot. Let me show you why I don't like this coin here. Actually, it looks pretty good. I'm surprised. Let's add that to the list. Okay, boom. And then make that available yet again. Okay, boom. All right, so any other questions, just type them up as I do this. And we had one more coin pair I wanted to add, XEM against BTC. So you can see here, let's see the daily chart here. No, I'm going to have to pass on that puppy. All right, so I don't know if I want to blow your minds, folks. Let me pull up one of these charts that look pretty good. Let's say the daily chart on OMG. No, I know what we'll do. I'll do, what was it? Stellar. I'll do Stellar, and I'm going to show you something here. This is pretty killer. Okay, so I'm going to take away this template, which is a combination of studies or indicators. This is mind-blowing. Okay, so we have here, no, it's a clean chart, so there's nothing on it. But what I can do here is I can apply her cycles, as I was hinting at earlier. This is pretty powerful stuff. You will not find this on any other platform unless you're willing to pay for it, of course. These are called her cycles. So I'm going to show you probably pretty precisely on the next real classic entry opportunity with XLM or Stellar against BTC. So here we go. I hope you're sitting down. Boom. Okay, so those are a bunch of squiggly lines. But what do they mean? Well, when you look at 1, 2, 3 diamonds, we get this big move here. So we have another one. We get 2 diamonds, and it moves up eventually. Here's what we can determine right now. Based upon this cycle right here to here, it's safe to say that we can expect another big move historically based upon those cycles on this date, January 28th. So if I was to just put an entry based upon that historical, I think it's safe to say I might get some stellar performance. Actually, it's a little early, but if I want to also maybe repeat that, it might have another cycle in April, and that's from a historical point of view. So if I want to look at, let's say, Bitcoin and USD, if there's going to be any big moves, I can apply the same. And here, just to answer some questions. How many crypto trades do you make on average a week? I'd say on a day, 2, 3 a day. Can you use an API on MotiveWave to code a trading bot? Absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely do that. You can do it through either study or strategy. That's what my, hang on here, let me show you what it is. Here we go. Okay, this is what I started out in the video. Got this DVD I just put out last week. So you can get that, and that will show you how to do exactly that, do the programming with MotiveWave. It's pretty powerful stuff, and that will be on any forex. But the problem is with MotiveWave, you can't trade crypto. Okay, I think they're working on something for that, but this platform is very powerful indeed. You know what I mean? So if you are interested in that DVD for anybody, let me just put that up again. It's go to quantlabs.net/DVD for that. Okay, so let's go back to the comments. If you have any comments, don't be shy. We're all new here. But like I said, I want to show you, get a clean chart here on the Bitcoin, because everyone's always about Bitcoin. Weekly chart, and maybe just using what I just showed you on those her cycles, we can predict on the next big moves. You can see here it's already moving. So let me just clear out all this funky stuff, because that her cycle is pretty powerful. Okay, so I'll apply the her cycle. Okay. Bear with me here as we get our her cycle set up. And I'm sure you want the $1 million question on when the next big trade will happen for the next big cycle of Bitcoin. Let's see here. This is what they call a premium study in MotiveWave. So it's the ultimate edition. It's not cheap. Let me see. I forgot to add in the extra little cycles that we wanted. Okay. Alrighty. I'm sorry for doing this. Okay, we don't want that. All right, I'll eventually get there. Okay, I just want to get rid of this guy. Come on. Okay, so what I'm going to do, as I said, I am going to add in, it looks like that's all we're going to get. and it doesn't go as far back as I'd like to. Maybe if I do a daily chart. Okay. So if we look at our peak when we had that run up from roughly 3,000, roughly 4,000 all the way up to 12,000, when we got 4 times the return last year over those couple of months. So here's our entry right here. So here's our entry here. We did get a run up. It wasn't exactly here again, exactly, but we did get that run up here. So based upon that, we should see a run up right here. And it looks like we've already exceeded our peak run. So our next one will be in March 4th or 5th, the next entry. So I'm not sure if this will be a peak that we can see with this cycle here. And then it'll taper off, and then you won't see the next one until about March 6th, based upon the historical performance of the last, let's say, the last 6 months. Okay, because that's as far back we go as to last year, 2019 February. If that makes sense. Anybody got any questions? Let me know. But that's one of the reasons why I like this study. It's pretty good to give you an idea of how this thing works. Anybody got any questions or comments on that? I've kind of gone over that pretty good. But I'll go back to my other exit here. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting stuff and what Motive Wave can offer you. You can see here, there's no form of programming at all. So let me go into the world of forex here and pull up my other instance of Motive Wave. All right, so I'm now in forex. I've been talking about forex for a couple of months. It's virtually dead in the market right now. Here's how I know. The only thing that was popping earlier was good old, looks like my Motive Wave's just having a connection here. Okay, I'll let that ride out. But as it stands, there's been very little activity in terms of opportunity for longing opportunity. I mean, there's lots of shorting opportunity in forex. So if you can stomach those, then by all means, continue trading those. So forex it is. But in an essence, what we have here, the clear winners in here was wheat looked good. Sugar was really good as a CFD. And if you were trading in the futures market, you might want to check out commodities. Commodities were doing amazing. Oh, we got it back. Yeah. Okay. So let me show you the sugars. So this has been sugar. It's been on a stellar run since September. It's been on and up and up and up and up. I'm not sure if that's a seasonal trade. I'm new at looking at sugar, but it's all nothing but a spike up. That's the only thing that's worth trading in the CFD and Forex world. XAG is going nowhere. Wheat is trending up. Again, that might be a lead into the harvest. Who knows? That might be a potential safety trade. Here's a couple of pairs I looked at earlier today. The 15-minute chart, just volatility. I have another study that I'm using for momentum. There's momentum and mean reversion. So I'm looking at doing mean reversion for a bunch. You can see here the British pound against the Australian dollar has done really good. Anything with the British pound has done pretty good today, but it seems to be flattening out. But we're not seeing that with the British pound. But it probably will taper off. And same with the pound against the New Zealand. Now, the only other one I'm interested in is the US Canadian for the oil price. So that's obviously a direct link because commodity, Canadian dollar is a commodity a currency. So, yeah, do consider that. And that's pretty well it. But if I was to show you the overall markets compared to crypto, they're not moving. And you'd have to put a ton of leverage, if you can get a ton of leverage in your region with the regulations. But look at the moves, 0.1/10 1%, 1/13%. So all for the British pound, it's come off a lot from earlier today of the economic good news coming out of Britain. Australia dollar was consistently good up until late last year, until their bushfires came along. Canadian dollar, it's not even moving. Euro, same. It's just going nowhere. US dollar, I don't know what to tell you. Forex is kind of broken. But that's why I probably focus back on good old cryptos I've been talking about. So this is what you do for work. Yeah. Plus obviously education. I mean, that's why I do the streams. But as I said, if you want to get on an email list to continue conversation, I switched over to another email server. You can go to the quantlabs.net book link, and you can get on my email list if you want to know more about what I do. Is there anything else I can help you out with? But definitely, as I mentioned earlier, those two coins have been moving pretty good. Check out Euro against SGD, USSGD. Sure, I can do that. The problem is with those type of coins, they do have spread cost. So that's why I don't really look at them. I just look at the major 6, but I'll gladly look at them. So we have here, the first one was Euro SGD. And then this is using Oanda as well. I'm sure this will be pretty good. Probably on the 1 day, trending down. Oh, you want me to look at the monthly charts? No problem. Okay, hang on here. Let me pull up monthly right here. Yeah. Oh, I mean, is that for a shorting opportunity? I think that's probably what you're wanting me to take away. As I said, there's lots of shorting opportunities. Just curious, I followed your Facebook for a while, but this is the first time I've seen you live. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, but as you can tell, that's trending. That could be a good short, but there's lots of other shorting opportunities in Forex. If you got the stomach for it, do it. Let me show you the other one you wanted was the USD Singapore. That doesn't really excite me, sorry to say. USD SGD. And, oh, this looks better. I must say, I'm liking that. At least I like the 15-minute chart, but again, what's the spread cost? You know what I'm saying? So this is part of the problem. I mean, there's lots of other opportunities that were out there with the Scandinavian, all kinds of stuff. So let me pull up the Australian pairs. Actually, I can do a special watch list that I call everything. Or better yet, there's another way I can get around this. I've shown this before with the crypto. I can do a scan. Let me just do a rescan here. I think this is just purely for cryptos. Sorry, for Forex only. So let's see here what we've got, if there's anything. This will include the exotics as well, like the Scandinavian. And if there was anything in the Hong Kong or the Singapore, it will include it. So we have some opportunities here. Australia, USD. Again, that's a short. I'm sure that is good. Australia, Canada. I like to just do longs. Canada, Australia, Canada, Canada, Japan. What I'm after here is to show you that this is the target that it plans to move. And that is that's a daily chart. So this is where it projects it will go. Obviously, I don't think this is correct for this particular pair, but nonetheless, it is a shorting opportunity. Canadian. Now, I will tell you, if you want a secret that I seem to work with, is what works. You can see here that we have 2 harmonics being generated. for the Canadian Japanese yen. So that is more convincing to pay attention to. Here's a Canadian CHF. This might be an interesting combo as well. I could add that to my list in the charts. Canadian CHF. Let me just see here what we have. Because again, these are defensive plays most likely, like haven plays. You see, that's fairly volatile. But if I look at the 1-day view, it's hard to trade. Lots of false negatives in that one for sure. Back to our scan. Okay, Euro USD. That's a short. Euro Japan. See, here's another combination here on 2 harmonics generated for Euro against Japanese yen. So that should be pretty convincing. Here's another comment. I've been trading the SPY. Do shares in low implied volatility, but switch my capital options and high implied volatility. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's kind of similar to what we're looking at for both options, stock options as well, plus combined with the actual direct stock as well. But for me, I think I've looked at, I would pull up my other motive wave instance for the data feed for the U.S. markets. But the problem is there's long-term trends in Tesla, Apple, Goldman Sachs, a few to name. But to get the same kind of returns, you could probably get the same kind of returns, but more on a intraday level as well. That's why I'm saying you're better off to just try to focus on faster moving stocks, which of course is penny stocks, right? Because if you have a very sophisticated tool or platform like Motive Wave, it gives you a much better insight into the markets on where things will go with all the studies that are available to you. I'm just scraping the bottom of the barrel right now with the potential of what Motive Wave offers, let alone the coding side of it as well. Plus, other people helping me out as well. So I've got a lot of advantages here for the stocks. Continuing along here, we're seeing nothing but shorts here. Here's one, GBP and Canadian. I think we already got that listed. Japan, British pound against the Japanese yen. That looks potentially interesting here. Let me load that up. If you have any other questions, don't be shy. Okay, let's see here. GBP, Japanese yen. Boom. Again, this doesn't do a whole lot for me. I'm looking at the weekly chart right now. It's flat. It's flat. I don't know if I'd want to put capital and deploy capital onto something like that. You're kind of like tying up money that can give you better performance. In the crypto, as showed earlier, that could double your money in 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. That's why I'm not a big fan of these. So I'll get rid of that one. The scanning feature is very useful. You can scan Elliott waves, but I just don't. Elliott waves are nor as close reliable as harmonics are. Harmonics are much more reliable. And then here we have the Canadian dollar, U.S. Canadian dollar. We already have that. Now these two pairs do really well. The U.S. Danish as well as the USD Mexico. But I'll load those up to show you. But the spread cost is much higher. Got another interesting. If you're interested in fast movement, why not trade 1-day expiration options and SPY? They are very liquid and move 100% every day. The reason I don't do that is because of account size. I'm a micro account. I'm doing that on purpose. So I'd say 90% of my audience are very small accounts. Let's say less than $5,000, maybe $10,000 in around there. Actually, let me rephrase that. I would say most of the people in there, about 2/3 are less than $1,000. So I focus on that crowd because a lot of the folks that are over $10,000 don't really need me. There are probably seasoned traders. So if you're already doing the SPY, Yes, of course, that is a very good instrument to invest into, but it is a margin requirement or a cost, upfront cost that I want to get to. Believe me, I want to trade options, but right now I think my account's way too small, as I said earlier. And when you look at the moves of crypto, I mean, anybody can get into it and not have any need for leverage. Okay, going back to what I was saying earlier, on the chart here, we have here one was the USD Mexico. That is a probably out of all the forex that I've seen, the strongest pair. That, I mean, look at that move. That's a 15-minute move. So you do get some nice spurts with the Mexican peso. Yeah, and as the same person says, PDT hurts as well if you don't have the capital of the 25K. As I said, what you could do is you may want to focus on international as a solution as well. So GBP, Japanese yen, only moved 50 pips on the Davos speech. It's been range bound past 7 hours. USD Mexico has been inverse correlation with the Canadian. Yeah, I didn't even know that. That would probably make sense for definitely for the US Canadian, which makes sense. Wondering what caused the HK50 to short heavy yesterday. I can take a look at that in a minute if you. But I just want to show you these two pairs here in the forex. So that's pretty volatile. You could probably apply a mean reversion strategy on that. One last pair, and we're not even factoring against spread cost. So this is a Danish as well. It's trending up. That's pretty good if you can muster the volatility of that. But there is some trending up. But again, spread costs not worth even looking at. But you can get some little quick spikes here and there. But again, you got to factor in spread cost. So let me get rid of those, and I will check out the chart for the HK50. Was it the HK50 that you were wanting? Let me see here. Yeah, you made some good points. Okay, so let me check that out. HK the 50. Can't remember, but we're looking for Hong Kong. Hong Kong index. There you go. Hong Kong 30. Let's see what's going on there. That's why I've liked. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I could sit here and say I like Hong Kong performance, but the one I do like is I haven't looked at the Singapore one index yet, but let me just see what we can get there. The one that will surprise you in terms of global indices has been doing really well is France. Don't ask me why, but yeah, it doesn't look like there's a CFD for Singapore. Yes, Canadian, from Toronto, Canada. The Big Smoke, largest city in Canada, Canadian A. Ooh. That's funny. What was I going to look at? France. Yes, France. Let's look at France. That index has been, was it CAC, I believe? Man, what they call it? I'll have to go into my CFD list here. Scan chart home. We want our CFD. Where's our CFD? Right here. See, here's the SPX. It's done okay, but there's better performance out there, and that's what I'm about, is looking for better performance. China's up. Japan's up quite a bit, actually. I'm pretty surprised at that. But I don't see my France. Yeah, here's the Singapore index I wanted to show. CAC 40. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So it's had a big fall there. Yeah, so we want the CAC. I'm probably blind as a bat looking for it. Where are you? There you are. That's what I was looking for. This has got long-term trend to it. I was pretty surprised by it. So when you look at the 1 day, that's looking pretty good. I can't complain about that. I mean, it's not going to be as good as an American index, but that's pretty strong. And it's pretty surprising index as well. So if you were to look at the SPX 500, let's say, so I don't think we can overlay these two charts, but they're pretty similar. But obviously, there's more consistency in the moves with the SPX 500. Anybody else got any questions at all? But again, you're looking at forex, which is pretty well like no comment really. And when you look at certain commodities, like as I showed you, sugar has been doing really good. That's been just on fire. Okay, that I like. Wheat looks like it's kind of doing okay. And those seem to be the winners when the U.S. markets are open, from what I'm seeing. But again, if I go back to the crypto, I mean, overall, the intraday spikes are pretty nice if you get the right moves. Anybody else got any questions at all? I've been doing this for 45 minutes. This is a longer stream that I didn't intend to do, but I'll be glad to do it. Anybody? If you want, as I said, to join the conversation online via our new email list, we have our book, set of books you can get at this website here at quantlabs.net/book. As I said, we've got that DVD I mentioned earlier. And we also have webinars every here. We have webinars every Monday as well. You can get quantlabs.net/webinar to get our next topic. That is yet to be determined because there's so many interesting stories coming out with the stock research, stock strategies that I'm looking at right now. And a mean reversion as well, which I'm looking at as well, which could be working. Let me see if I can pull, I just did this earlier today. Let me see if I can pull up a classic mean reverting chart. I'll probably find one for sure in the crypto. I know what I can do is right here. Oop. Okay, so if I look up XMR was one of them. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let me see. I'll pull up an XMR because XMR is typically very, very mean reverting. Okay, so here we are with the mean reverting strategy. I'll show you a daily chart. So you can see it's kind of mean reverting pretty good on the weekly. Let's see, weekly, let's say 1 hour. Let's just say we go with that. Okay, so I'm going to bring up this new set of combos that this is with Motive Wave I get that I do like because I can see potential entries here, like maybe here with this VWAP, and this is with the Heiken Ashi oscillator. This guy right here, Heiken Ashi candle oscillator. So essentially what you can do here is we have our long outlook or long bias using this oscillator, and then from there be able to measure just when we might have some entries here. So that I'm looking at for a mean reverting. That might be a nice one to play with. Anybody else got any questions at all? If not, we'll give it a wrap. As I said, if you want to, I'm only mentioning these web links here because on there you can get opt into our email list, and I put out more interesting insights on videos and stuff so you can stay in the loop with this. I don't know what platform you guys are on. You can obviously follow our page. You can also follow our YouTube channel as well by doing the usual subscribe, smash the bell button, kind of business and all that, or just join the email list. It's up to you. Anybody else got any questions? If not, I will do a teardown of this stream, and I will say thank you for watching as well. And if you want to learn about Motive Wave and how this thing freaking works, 2 options. Third time I'm doing this is get that DVD right here at the DVD link, quantlabs.net/DVD. Also, we will be doing a webinar over the next couple of weeks, not webinar, workshop. It'll be really cheap. We'll be going into depth with all this stuff. And this guy also covers the Python trading bots as well. And what I'm showing you with Motive Wave on crypto is really powerful. But yeah, when you go into the Python end of it, you'll see a lot of unique trading opportunities that you wouldn't see otherwise. You wouldn't even be able to catch them on Motive Wave as well. So I don't know what more I can tell you there. All right, so comments or questions, I'll take them now. If not, it's what time is it for me? 12:38 a.m. I've been doing 12-15 days lately, and I'm getting burnt out. But keep your eyes out for the CAC 40. That's a pretty good index to watch. All right, I guess we haven't heard anything, so we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and we shall talk to you soon. And have a good night or day, wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.